Happy Monday! Hello, everyone. It is Monday, and I am hoping that this has slowly, if not already, have become your favorite day of the week. I am Omara Lee, life coach, and I am here to give you your weekly ammunition. Okay, so I know that today, hopefully, many of you were off, which means you got plenty of rest, which means everybody should be on time today. No one's sliding in. I know that I was open today for work, but even in that time, I did get some time to rest. Had a wonderful weekend. I hope everyone's Valentine's Day was full of love and gifts and showering, even if you gave it to yourself, because it's all about self love, right? Right. Okay. So if as you join me, please just leave your name, give me a shout out, say hello. Let me know that you're there. In the meantime, what I am going to do is I am going to give you about 15 seconds. So I was told that 5 seconds is not enough time for you to like and to share and to hit the little notification button so you never miss another My Monday again. So I did 15 seconds this time. So I'm going to give you those 15 seconds now, and I will be right back. So you have 15 seconds to call your girlfriend, call your homeboy, say, hey, she's on. I forgot to tell you. Join now. All right. I'll see you in 15 seconds. You could go. Alrighty, guys. So let's see who's in the house. Diana. Oh my gosh. I know she's been wanting to join so many times, and she's always so busy. So I'm so happy to see you, my friend. We are discussing choices. However, I had to take a little detour today. I have something that's really close to my heart that I want to discuss today. So if you're just now joining me, yes, you're in the right room. Yes, we are discussing choices. Yes, we are talking about mending Mondays, making Monday your best day of the week. And now we are going to talk about you. So let me recap. Last week, we talked about hurdles, walls, and mirrors. We discussed what is it that is stopping us from making choices, healthy choices, choices that put us in position to make another choice. What are those things that are stopping us? And I explained that the most important thing is the mirror. It's what we see when we look in the mirror. What is it that you're looking at? What is it that you're rehearsing? What have you been saying to yourself in that mirror every day? So we discussed that last week. And over the course of a week, I've gotten some questions from clients, from just associates. And the main question that I seem to have been getting is, how do you change perception, what you see in the mirror, the way you speak to yourself in the mirror when you've been practicing it for so many years? That is the question tonight. What do we do when we've been rehearsing the same crap, the same toxic thoughts, the same words that were said to us when we were kids, the same? What do we do when we've been walking that thing out? We've been practicing these negative emotions. We've been practicing stuffing our emotions, not speaking them. We've been practicing letting people walk over us because we feel like we deserve it or we don't deserve. Whatever those things are, whatever those conversations are that you're having in the mirror, how do you undo all of that years and years? You guys talk back to me. what is it that you, and I'm asking you to be transparent tonight, because we may go an hour tonight, because this is something that needs to be discussed. We need to discuss this to a point that our paradigms start to change, or that we at least are willing to challenge the paradigms that we currently have. So talk back to me. What is one of the things that you find, and it's a negative thing that you say, that you're saying to yourself all the time, and it's a stumbling block for you? It's something that you can't get past. It could be something that a parent said to you. It could be something that a spouse said to you, an ex said to you, your child said to you, but it hit you in a place that, although you've gotten older, although you've gotten wiser, although you're more educated now, although you make more money now, although you're living a better lifestyle now, those words are still ringing in your ear. Those words still come to steal the joy you have now. 1995 is in your 2021. 2019 is in your 2021. So kind of give me some dialogue. Give me some, let me know. And I know, like I said, I'm asking you to be completely transparent. If you're just now joining us, we're talking about those mirror conversations. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Who is the dumbest of them all? Who is the ugliest of them all? Who is the fattest of them all? Who is the laziest of them all? Who is the, whatever you fit in the blank, who is the, these are some of the things that we are repeating to ourselves in the mirror. Who is the uneducated of them all? Who is the loser of them all? Who's the not worthy? Who is the, there's these conversations that we're having with ourselves, guys, that is stopping us, that is hindering us, that is a roadblock to us moving forward in the purposes and the plans that God has planned for our lives. The big crescendo of our lives, we're missing it because every day we get up in the morning, we get out the bed, and we look in the mirror, and there is something that we are telling ourselves that throws a monkey wrench in your entire day. Okay, so we're talking walls, we're talking hurdles, we're talking mirrors, but we're focusing today on mirrors. Let me go to the chats. Let's see what we have going today. Let's see here. Okay, I see that. Hi, James. Hi, Jeanette. Hello, Everline. And we have Leonard in the house. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Okay. And it's okay. You guys don't want to let me into your personal. That's fine. Not a problem. But we have to move forward. We got to talk about this. Okay. So we're talking about those mirrors. We're talking about those conversations. Okay. Mirrors over the years have been our best friends, and they have also been our worst enemies. Can't nobody tear us down like how we can tear ourselves down, because we know the truth. We know the pure and unadulterated truth, so to speak. And I use those fingers because that's what I want to talk about tonight, is the truth. What is the real truth that you are rehearsing? What is the real you? Who is the real you? Who's the real Jeanette? Who's the real Leonard? Who's the real James? Cicely? Who's the real you? Is it the you that you have been rehearsing? Is it the you that you have been practicing? Is it the you that they told you you were? Because see, we're humans and we believe what we see. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, you've changed. I'll believe that when I see it. So unless we can see it, touch it, feel it, taste it, if our senses can't immediately connect to something, it's not true. However, when we look in the mirror, we do see. You look in the mirror, you see your reflection. And your reflection is who you believe yourself to be. Your reflection is your identity that you have believed is true. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the truth. The truth that's in that mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the of them all? That's what we're talking about tonight. Okay? So I want to talk about patterns. Patterns, my husband is all about patterns. Talk about patterns all the time. People are creatures of habit, so they live their lives in patterns. And that's true to a certain extent. We do. We live our lives according to patterns. Even if that pattern is unhealthy, even if that pattern is distorted, what pattern are you living your life after? What pattern, what template are you filling out every day? What conversation has become your template, your pattern of behavior, your everyday, all day conversation? Okay, Omari, I need you to go a little bit deeper, make it a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to give you a scenario. So I had very, very low self-esteem for many, many years. So my conversation often when I got into the mirror, I was that mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the darkest, the blackest of them all? Who has the biggest lips of them all? Who has the biggest gap in her mouth of all? Who's the tallest of them all? I had all of these things about myself that defeated me before I even walked out the door into the world with the world ready to beat me down. I gave the first black eye. And many of you are doing the same thing with this. It's all coming from somewhere, and it is affecting everything you do. Because everything you do comes from that distorted image that you are rehearsing in that mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the? Whatever you're memorizing, whatever you're rehearsing, whatever you are playing over and over again, whatever has become your new pattern is also the catalyst to wherever you find yourself in life right now. If you know, and I know many of you do, that deep down inside, there's better. There's more. If you were anything like me, years ago, looking in the mirror, telling myself there is more to life than this, than getting up every day, going to work, taking my lunch break, finishing my job, getting down the freeway, stopping by the grocery store, cooking dinner, kissing the kids, kicking the dog, explaining to the husband, and then going to bed, only to get up the next morning and do it all over again. There's more. There's so much more. There's so much more. And I know you are in the right place. Again, if you're just now joining me, if you're in the house, shout out to me, say hello, let me know who's in here. Let me know who I'm talking to. If you're watching the repeat, you are in the right place. This is Mind Mending Monday. This is where you come to get your ammunition. And today I am here to crack the mirror. Yes, I am doing that faux pas. Yes, I am going to do that superstitious thing. I want to take the mirror and I'm trying to crash it. I am trying to destroy it because there has to be a rebuilding. You have to be rebuilt. You have to. So the question that was posed to me that I started this whole thing out saying is this. The question posed to me was, how do I undo all of the damage I have done to myself? How do I undo all of the belief systems that I have internally? What do I do? How do I unravel what is so tightly intertwined into everything I believe, everything that I do, everything that I say, everything that I think? How do I undo that? Well, I'm here to tell you it's called practice. We're going to talk about reversing the ratio, people. I wish Teray was in here because he would put that right there underneath. If you could just pretend like you see it, reversing the ratio. If you're writing, I pray you guys take notes when you come into My Mending Mondays. Reversing the ratio. What does that mean, Omari? It means that for every one negative thing that you have rehearsed about yourself, that has been said to you, that you have said to others, every negative thing, it takes 5 positives to eradicate that negative. So what does that mean? That means it's time to get some work done. We got to get to work. You have got to get to work. We talked about the wall last week. And I remember saying this to someone during the week after My Mending Monday. You built the wall. It's your job to tear it down. And you can do it because we were born to dominate. We have been given so many tools by the Father that there is nothing that can overtake us, but we dominate everything, which means we even dominate the way we see ourselves. We dominate our own reflection. I don't care if mama did it. I don't care if daddy did it, siblings did it, the ex did it, the kids did it, the dog did it, the babysitter, nor do I care if the doggone mailman did it. You have the ability to undo whatever's been done to you because we are speaking spirits and he has given us that power. It is about repetition. It is about patterns. It is about a commitment to yourself to say, there's got to be something better than this. And I'm here to tell you, you better believe it is. There's better than what you're experiencing right now. And there's better than what you're living right now. So talk back to me. I'm going to look in here and see what thank you. Yes. Thank you guys. Yes. Type it, reversing the ratio. Hi, Simpsons. Love you guys so much. So we are reversing the ratio today. We are looking in the mirror and we're like, nah, it's more than that. I'm more than this. I'm more than that. I'm more than whatever those blanks are, whatever it is that you know what you tell yourself. And I want to go down into this area for a quick minute. Sometimes we have been told, how am I going to say? Okay. I want you to know that just because somebody close to you, someone you loved, someone you respected, someone that you deemed great was unable to handle you in your mess, does not mean that you are hopeless. Because the best person to handle your mess is you. You are the best surgeon to get it out. You are the best doctor. You are the best lawyer because God is in you. He's giving you the power. He's giving you the strength. How do you undo it? It's like this. If my vacuum cleaner broke, my microwave stopped working, refrigerator's not getting cold, I'm going to go to the manual. I'm going to find the manual. And it's called troubleshooting tips. You go and you find out troubleshooting tips. Why is this not working? Why is this not? I did that. I did. And you begin to eradicate. You begin to remove some things. You begin to figure it out. And now I'm going to now push you. Someone, please. And it doesn't have to be you. Does that make it safer? Someone throws something in there that is a negative thought. And then we're going to go ahead and dissect that. We're going to dissect that negative thought tonight because it's called opposite action. Opposite action means if I tell myself that I'm stupid and that I can never really open that business I want to because it would just take too much, and I don't have a really good reading comprehension level. I don't really have so let's just say that that's the situation. So a negative or opposite action is I will look in the mirror and I'm going to say, you're so smart. Man, God has given you all of the keys. You are easily, you learn easy. If you was to get a tutor, I'm sure that the comprehension level would increase. School has been, people say that it's difficult, but for you, I think you can do it. I mean, after all, you did finish whatever the grade is before. After all, you did graduate from high school, and that wasn't easy. Remember what we had to go through in order to graduate? So see, I am taking a negative thought and I'm doing the opposite action. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. It's called not but, it's called and. I wasn't the best at reading comprehension, and I know that they have tutors for that. So I can learn to be better at reading comprehension because they have tutors for that. So no, I'm not stupid. I need help. So your language begins to change. And you have to rehearse that. So let's take me, for example, thinking that I was super ugly for many, many years. So first of all, God gave me a husband that is just ridiculously incredible. And so every day he wakes me up, hey, beautiful. That's when everything is like in your faces and he's still like, you're so beautiful. That helped a lot. But in addition to that, it was a lot of mirror conversations. Like, no, instead of me having the biggest lips of all, I got voluptuous lips. They kissable, right? Instead of me having, the darkest skin, I got chocolate skin. I look like Africa. This kind of stuff, what you guys see, I would have never done before, ever. But it was mirror talk. I had to change what I said about myself. I had to change it, and I had to say it so much until I believed it. And what that is called is opposite action. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to go because I want to use some of your real life situations. Okay. So let me see. So we have, hey, Chambers and Thompson. Hey, guys. Okay. So we have failure. Woo. Okay. Failure is, man, I'm talking about, okay, so I have a story for failure. Okay, so let's just say you're that person and you're like, I always fail. No matter what I do, I try and I try and I try and I keep messing up. I keep missing it. And that's you. You are that person that constantly, so now your conversation in the mirror probably goes like this. Man, I'm barely making enough to pay these bills. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. I pay one bill and another bill's due. And then this one need new shoes. And that one now she need braces. And now, my car broke down. And I would go ahead. I mean, like really, if things was different, I would just open up my own business because I'm really, really, really good at fixing things. I know I could open up my business. I'm always fixing things. My mom calls me, my friends call me. I'm the go-to guy. I know that I could do this. And then in that instant, as soon as you get your mind to say, yeah, this is good, something comes in and snatches it and then replaces that hope. It gets replaced with, but Don't forget last time when you tried to start that janitorial business. Don't forget that it took you forever to get out of school. Don't forget that you're going to need some money for that and you already broke. Don't forget your FICO score is low and you can't get a loan. Don't forget. So now hope gets replaced with failure. Now, and because failure seems true, now you got to stay with me on this one, because failure has a little bit of truth to it, and we believe what we see, we begin, instead of looking at hope, we start looking at failure. Because this has history. This has yet to be written. Are you with me? If you're with me, give me thumbs up. Let me know that you're understanding what I'm saying today. Because yes, we're still talking about choices and we're talking about why we can't make the right healthy choice. Because we're defeating ourselves. You're defeating yourself before you even get started. The moment you get that thought, what seems true snatches it and it just beats down. It's beating your hope down. It's beating those thoughts. It's beating down those ideas because we believe, yeah, that might be true. So now here comes the work. Here comes the work. Reversing the ratio. 5 times that 1. So when that thought comes and that thought says, you ain't got no high FICO score, man. Ain't nobody gonna give you no money. You black. You come from poverty. Ain't nobody in your family ever did nothing. Who gonna help you? Can't get nobody to help work for you. You can't even speak. You stutter. So when it starts beating you, I'm telling you what you have to do. You got to square your shoulders and you got to hit back. You have to hit back. And this is hard. I'm not telling you that it's easy. It was hard for me to look in the mirror and my reflection is telling me I'm ugly. And then for me to tell my reflection, I'm beautiful. Not just I'm all right. Not just you cute. No, I had to go all the way up to the top. I had to go to beauty. You gorgeous, girl. And what? I had to battle it at the same intensity that I've been battled. So if you have been told something for so long that now the person who told you is dead, the person who told you y'all don't even talk anymore, the person who told you ain't even in your inner circle, but you have now become your own tormentor. You're your own bully. You're your own whatever, fill in the blank. And now you're the one that's telling yourself all those negative thoughts. All that individual did was plant a seed. But now you're the gardener. You're watering seeds of negativity. You're watering seeds of it's like what you're worded. What are those things called? They come and they if you know the word, throw it in there. But it's, when you have like a plant and then like the weeds, you're watering weeds and they're just growing up. They're growing up and they're just pulling down anything that wants to look green, anything that could possibly bring life. And you are the water because you're rehearsing it every time in the mirror. So when you hit back, you got to hit back hard. I'm talking about Tyson hits. I'm talking about them 1, 2, those combos. You got to come back and you got to hit it hard. And it has to be consistent. It has to be consistent because those thoughts that's become a part of you, they're intertwined. Remember, they've been with you for so long that sometimes it just, oh, you know what? That's a pretty dress you have on. Oh, this whole thing. Just like that. You didn't even have to think about it. You didn't even have to think about it. Someone says something to you like, you tell somebody, oh, that's a nice ride, man. I like that. What's that? A Charger, a Challenger? And then they say, yeah, man, I only got mine over here at this one spot. They be like, I can't afford that, man. I can't mess with that. But it looks good on you though. That's learned behavior. That's learned behavior. That is what you have rehearsed in your mirror. Instead of saying, man, that Challenger is, oh, man, how much you get that for? And then going home and figuring it out. How much I got to put to the side so I can get my own charger? What do I got to do to get this? What do I have to correct here to get to here? And then that opens up more choices. So a lot of us right now, and I'm talking to you who feel like you don't have a lot of choices. Some of those choices can open up when you take those blinders off and start seeing your truth, who you really are. You're smart. You're created to dominate. You're creative. You have the solution to somebody's problem. You're good at math. You're good at numbers. You may not know algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, but I bet you if I ask you what's 75% of $24.98, you can give me the answer. You know numbers. You're smart. You're wise. You have years and years of experience in areas that other people haven't even lived yet. And they need that. The world needs the best of you. But you have to start rehearsing that. You got to start telling yourself the best of you. And that is when you become effective. That is when doors and more choices open, because now you're looking at it, not glass half empty, but glass full. It's full. Your glass is full. Every time you open your eyes, every time you get out that bed, you are given new grace, new mercy, and it's renewed. Every day that you get up and your feet hit that ground, you are walking into possibility. And you got choices. You have a lot of choices. From the time you open your eyes, you have choices. And we got to get to where we're making good choices. If you're with me, give me thumbs up. Let me know that you're still with me. Let me know that you're still with me. We're talking about choices. If you're just now coming in, please do not hesitate. Hi, Iris. Do not hesitate. Say hello to me. Let me know that you're in the building, so we can have some dialogue. I'm going to go back over these messages. I'm going to see what we're talking about here. Y'all silly. I got the silliest group of followers, I swear. Okay, one hitter quitter. All right. Hey, if you a one hitter quitter, that's what I'm talking about. So you reversing the ratio quick. You reversing the ratio quick. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we talking about hitting back, changing that vision. I had a client send me a picture today, and it was the best picture. Oh my God. Hi, Uncle Jack. Hi, Elvira. Oh, blessing me. Hi, Kiki. Okay, so I had a client that sent me a picture. We had this conversation when we were talking about mirrors and the things that we say to ourselves and how we have to rehearse and how we have to do the opposite of whatever it is that we've done. And I was hoping I was going to be able to share it with you today, because I really, really wanted to share what she's done. It's completely amazing. And so I wanted to, if you would just give me 5 or 10 seconds to see if I can get this up. Teray's not here this week, so I have to work my own system. So let's see how this works here. Okay, so let's see. Nope. Okay, that was the only thing I had. The only thing I knew how to do, and it didn't work. But she did a picture. And what this picture looks like, I have to describe it to you, is she took post-it cards, like, like the 3x5s or whatever that you use for study cards, flashcards. And what she did was she put positive statements on each card. And she made a huge board on her wall, and she has put them all over the board. And it's just, I mean, that is what I'm talking about when I say hit back. You have to hit back. If you have a mirror at home, get sticky notes, write it on a sticky note, stick them out. If you have to cover your whole mirror in order to not look at yourself and repeat a pattern that has been so negative, that has distorted your vision of yourself, your belief of yourself. And I can feel, some tugging right now, because some of these things, still water, it runs deep. Some of the things that we rehearse about ourselves, we've been told for so long. It's all we know about ourselves. It's all we know about ourselves, is that we are this person. And we've believed it for so long. We believe it so long that we say it. Girl, you know how I am. I ain't gonna finish it. I never finish what I start. Y'all know that. No, that's not our language anymore. We are reversing the ratio. So now it's when and people who know us will try to keep us in that space too. But you got to let them know, I'm not that person anymore. As long as I have to keep saying that until I become, I'm not that person anymore. So when you say, oh, you know what, I've been thinking about starting a so-and-so, they go, something else new? Yep, something else new. Wait on it. It's coming. Roll with it. You got to start hitting back, because the people that's been around you all these years, they're used to you talking about yourself that way. You've talked about yourself that way so long, everybody else believes it. Some of the things that we've said about ourselves, other people didn't even believe about us. But we've said it so long that not only did we convince ourselves, we've convinced those around us that this is who we are. And that's not the case. You are not that. You're not. There's greater in you, so much greater in you. And you have to now rehearse it. And I'm telling you, it's not going to feel real at first. It's not. It's not going. Do you know how many times I say you're created to dominate? I'm telling you that every Monday I come in here and I tell you that you're created to dominate. But you know what? My life has changed from the first time I told you were created to dominate, because I've said it so much that even in my life, I done leveled up. Because now, even areas where I wouldn't try certain things, I'm like, let's go. Because I'm created to dominate. It works. The more you say it, they say fake it till you make it, but the more you say it, the more you'll start to believe it. You didn't know your name until you heard it over and over and over again. You didn't believe that's who you were. When they first kept calling your name, you was just looking around like, I don't know who they. And then after a while, you was like, oh, I guess I'm James. Oh, am I Iris? Oh, they must be talking to me. Oh, okay. So you started answering to it. And then as you got older and you were 2, 3 years old and they were like, hey, baby, what's your name? You was like, James. That's what they've been calling me. So James. And now I can guarantee you, if I saw you on the street, James, and I called you Charles, you would ignore me. You wouldn't even respond to me if I called you Charles, because that's not your name. Your name is James. And you've learned it. You've accepted it to be true so much that now you repeat it. And that's what we got to do now in order to erase years and years of what we've been telling ourselves is true by replacing it with something that's actually true about us. We are created to dominate. We are creative. When there is a problem, we already have the solution. It's already here. We just got to kind of weed through all the rest of the mess to figure out what that solution is. We are solution focused. We were created here to solve a problem. And in that solving comes all of the other things that comes out of us. You're from great stock. It don't matter who your mama or your daddy was. It's what's on the inside of you. You're not going to get anything more per se. Yes, you can go to school. Yes, you can learn. But the DNA, all that stuff that's in there, it's already there. And I know I've had people ask me, oh, well, if your mom or your dad is an alcoholic, doesn't that mean I'm going to be an alcoholic? No, because I'm going to tell you a little something. It's a little nugget. Okay. It's a little weighted, but I'm just going to make it really simple. Your DNA is in your body. Yes, it's all part on the helix. And yes, you have all of these different parts of things that make you who you are. It's part of your DNA. But DNA has to be activated. That's why you can have twins with the exact same DNA and they're nothing alike. You have to choose to activate. If my mother is an alcoholic and my father was an alcoholic and I never take a drink, even if it was in my DNA, I'll never be an alcoholic. It's about a choice. I choose not to activate the gene that's in my body. So your mom being no good, your dad being a deadbeat, your whatever, bipolar, schizophrenic, whatever is going on up here, it doesn't have to be. You have to activate that first, which means you got to believe something in order to now operate in it. And that's just biology. So imagine what you could do if you decided to start rehearsing some positive things about yourself. Go to the Bible, find out what it says about you. Go to somebody who just thinks you a little bit all right, and just start asking your friends, what's the best part of me? What do you like about me? And don't discount it. Don't say, oh, you're saying that because you're my mom, or you're saying that because of course you're going to say that, you're my best friend. No, don't discount it. They know what they see in you. There's a treasure in you. And people know this. If you got one friend, you all right somewhere. Go to that person, ask them, go to the word, see what he says about you. And ask and say, hey, what is it about me that you like? Ask your spouse. Hopefully they still like you. They still with you. You ain't got the paper served yet. Ask them, what is it that you like about me? Why are you with me? Ask your friends, why do you hang out with me? Why do you call me? And then and when you start getting it, man, reverse that ratio. Write it down. Write it down. The best thing that happened to me as a life coach is when I was doing my website and I wanted to be able to put testimonials on my website of actual clients, And so I sent out these emails and texts to people and I was just like, what? I need you to do a testimonial. I need you to do a reference or some sort of me. And they were all just like, absolutely, I'd love to. I mean, the responses, first of all, kind of blew me away. But what they wrote about me, what they said about me, what they said to me literally made me cry, because you never really know what people see in you. You never really know what's in there because what's inside of you is battling through the murk and the mud, and it's trying to get through the trenches of all the negativity that we have rehearsed, that we don't always get to see the best sides of us. But I'm telling you, there is a best side of you. And it's that part of you I'm talking to tonight. I'm talking to the part of you that has been laying dormant because you are afraid to believe. The part of you that's laying dormant because you believe what you've seen and what's been said about you. That part of you that's crying out saying, I am the solution to most of your problems. I'm the solution because you don't see yourself as great. You don't see yourself as big. You don't see yourself as smart. You don't see yourself as tenacious. You don't see yourself as courageous. You don't see yourself as creative. You don't see yourself as a go-getter. You don't see yourself as a motivator. You don't see that part of you. And so that's why God has given us all. We work together. And I want to work with you. I want to sit across from you. I want to help you pull out the best that's in there because there's so much more. There is so much more. And so if you're still with me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're still there. I know I'm asking a lot, but you can do it. I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I haven't had to do myself, that I don't think is possible. If you're with me, give me a thumbs up. Let me see what we're looking like in this chat box. James, I'm not your friend anymore. You know, you got to level up. That's a level up. That's what level up sounds like. All right. Yes. Selena said, rehearse positivity. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Stacy. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know I sound like a cheerleader in high school, but Wow. Awesome. James said, don't cut us off, please. No, we're going to do this hour. And it looks like we may be able to do an hour. I know also, don't forget, I wanted to just also give you, you guys, if you didn't fill out the poll that I did it like a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to repost it again. And the poll is, if I'm thinking about changing the timing from 7 or maybe 8, if that works better for some people. I know a lot of you guys are working and you guys aren't able to come in live, because I love the dialogue. I love when we can talk back and forth and I can see your faces and all of those wonderful things. So if another time works better for you, then please just let me know. Drop it in the comments. Say 7 works better, 8 works better, or we can keep it at 6 and go from 6 to 7. Because I think I might have an hour in me. We're gonna see how I feel after this hour is up. But we can maybe do some of those things like that. So we can definitely try to shoot for this hour. Okay. All right. So where are we at? So we've been talking about walls, and we've been talking about hurdles, and we've been talking about mirrors. Today, the most important thing that we're talking about right now is mirrors. There are mirrors, and I want you to start rehearsing mirror, mirror. And so what I want to do right now is I want to just practice. Can we just practice just for 15 seconds? And I'm going to give you guys that 15 seconds again. And it's not for the liking and sharing, but I do want to give you 15 seconds. I want you to get yourself prepared. And I want you, in the safety of your own home, and the safety of whoever is watching with you, or if you're just in the room by yourself, I want you to take a minute, and I want you just to close your eyes. And I want you to really, really start thinking to yourself, what has been holding me back? What have I been rehearsing about myself that has been building more fear, causing anxiety, just stopping me in my tracks where I can't even move forward? What is it that has just really, really been a hindrance? And I want you to pick that one thing. And now I want you to do an opposite action. So now you're thinking of something opposite. What's an opposite action of that one thing that's been hindering you? That one thing. And I didn't say that one person, so don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about that one person. We're not talking about pointing fingers. We're not blaming right now. We're not saying, no, this is the onus is on us. This is us. This is me. This is you. What's the one thing? And I want you to get that in your head. Get it in your head, that one thing that's been hindering you. Now, what's the opposite action of that? What is your opposite thought? And I'm going to give you 15 seconds. And I want you to practice saying to yourself the opposite of what you have been rehearsing. This is step one. I want you to say the opposite of what you have been saying to yourself. Not what people have said. It's what you have believed to be true and that you have been rehearsing to yourself. Now, 15 seconds, I want you to say it over and over and over again. Over and over. I complete what I start. Okay? That's for those of you who are afraid of failure. I complete what I start. Those of you who are afraid of starting because you always stop or you always get distracted. So if you're a person that always gets distracted, I am focused. If you're a person who not really good at balancing the books, the decimal points don't quite line up, I am a good, responsible, what is it called? You know what I'm talking about. I take care of my money. I'm responsible in my finances. If you are that person that, I don't know, if it's something that you think, whatever it is, I want you to get that opposite action. And then for 15 seconds, I want you to say it over and over and over again. Go. You could go. All right. All right. He need to hear back from you. How did that feel? How did that feel to say that opposite action? Was it hard? Did it feel weird? Did it feel like you was being fake? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I feel so fake when I say, whatever. How did it feel? You guys talk back to me. Good, good. It felt good. Okay. Come on. You guys tell me something. If I know that it takes a while to get it all typing and you might be in the car or whatever, but one word, it felt good. It's sad, hard, fake. Just tell me what it felt. Good, freeing, rejuvenating. Yeah, that's all of those blood cells. All that stuff gets to moving because remembering we're created in his image. Everything about us is good. And so when we give good back, we're replenishing. Yeah, it's good. We're replenishing. We're rebuilding ourselves. We're relieved. Wow, that's a good one. We're going to talk about that next week, Mr. Deaver. Interesting. Okay. Awesome. Yes. I love it. Yeah, these are real raw responses, you know. It does feel a little interesting, Stacey. It does because you're like, huh, that's okay. Maybe, maybe. Feels great. Awesome. Hey, Oni. All right. It feels great. And this is something that we have to allow ourselves to feel often, to feel that burden lift. Whew. Sometimes we're trying things. Today I had a learning curve. I was trying to get a new platform for my Mending Mondays. And I was like, okay. Because it was just a lot. And they were asking me about it was just a lot. And I was like, okay, learning curve. But you know what? I told myself, Omara, you can get this. Just take it in small pieces. You can get this. You're not overwhelmed. Stop saying that. You're not overwhelmed. It's not too much. And it's not stupid. You can learn this. And I had to talk myself back up because I started going, you're not good at this stuff. You should just hire somebody. What? And I had to talk myself back up. I had to level back up, James. We had to level back up. I had to bring myself back into my normal. Remember we talked about that a long time ago about being balanced instead of being like this. You know what I mean? You got to be balanced. So I had to balance myself out today. And so sometimes you may have to do extra. You are a technical god. If you have to, you got to go all the way to the top in order to balance yourself out. Guys, I hope that tonight was awesome because it was for me. This was something that I absolutely love. Just to let you know, I will be starting my YouTube channel soon. My YouTube channel will be strictly mental health. No, you don't have to be diagnosed. No, you don't have to have any, psychotropic meds that you're taking or anything like that. But I will be discussing mental health. I am very passionate about DBT, which is a dialectical behavioral therapy style. And really all that just means opposite action. And it's just about learning opposite actions and how to turn the mind. And that's it. We're just learning to turn the mind. So I hope that soon you will join me on that other platform. And again, like I said, that would be YouTube. I'm thinking maybe March, I'll be set up to be able to start that out. That's my passion. My passion is mental health. My passion is wellness. My passion is just getting you from here to here. Now, again, as always, if you did find something in this conversation that made you say, man, I need more. There's not much. I can only do so much in the time that we're on my Mending Monday. But you can always go to my website, omaralee.com. You can always call me 951-567-8117 and schedule your initial consultation. It's 30 minutes. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for that. You get 30 minutes with me, undivided attention, where we just sit and we have a dialogue and we see what it is that you really want to work on, what you want to focus on. And then we just take it from there. If it's a good match and you think that I would be a great partner, then we can take it from there. Again, I am Omara Lee, your life coach, whether you know it or not. And I thank you for coming to my Mending Monday. Do the work. Okay. So let me see. I got to give you some homework because I said I was going to start giving you guys homework every single Monday. So this homework today is I want you to practice at least twice a day. It can be first thing in the morning and the first thing before you go to bed. You get in front of the mirror and I want you to practice the positive talk. I want you to reverse the ratio. Okay. Now, at least 5 times in that mirror, I want you to give yourself a positive for every negative. And you can only, if you want to just pick one negative for the week, pick one negative. And I think that will be great. One negative thought, one negative belief system. And I want you to find everything positive. If you're a Bible reader, go and get every scripture you know. If you are a self-help guru, get those books that you have, get those positive thoughts. If you just are good at antonyms and synonyms, get an opposite word for it. And I want you to practice it. Okay, so that's your homework tonight. Again, I love you guys. I want nothing but for you to thrive and to become who you have always been. Thank you for joining me on My Monday Monday. I will see you next Monday. Bye, guys.